At this time, we would go into the secondary idea category, and we would welcome the P.T. Bedell Secondary School Incredible 3.
A pleasant good morning to everyone. Protocol has already been established. The Incredible Tree will be presenting and Surround Me, prepared by Delisa Pear, Jonessa Samuel, and Shakila Bowens. Tagline: Be assured of what to do. Introduction. Are you unsure of what to do? Let's say a tourist go to the vegetable market. Wonder who are selling these items. There are 3 vendors on the other side speaking, and there isn't anyone at the vegetable stall to sell. If you don't know, then what? A tourist may be traveling in a vehicle, don't see any garbage being around, and throw his or her garbage wherever they feel like. Other situations, tourists may come, let's just drop anchor here. Or a tourist may not know the price for bus fares, and taxi drivers may rob them and say, oh, it's $100. Current problems, vendors may overprice an item that costs $6 may be sold to a tourist for $10 if no one is around. They may even charge whatever they feel like. Imagine buying a French bread for $7 and selling it to a tourist for $25. Vendors may speak anyhow they feel, may not be understood by tourists. Tourists may litter if they don't see a bin or know where to locate one, or drop anchor that causes damage to a reef. Who will benefit from solution we put forward? Governments. We will not have to spend unnecessary money on cleaning up the environment. We will not receive negative complaints about the lack of relevant information being available. Tourism sector. Tourists will not have to think twice about visiting because of unpleasant experiences encountered. Everyone, better health due to less pollution and damage to the environment. Everyone being empowered with knowledge about their surroundings, what to do and what to expect. What can be the results of these benefits? Both in economy due to increased revenue from tourists and locals who feel more comfortable going out and as a result spending more. As a result, more money will be available to assist in public spending. More people can be employed. Are these benefits to the country worth it? A cleaner environment, better protection in natural environment, example reefs and rivers, better or fair dealings with tourists and others, more money in an economy resulting in more jobs and infrastructure. Judge for yourselves. Let's look at the Surround Me app. The Surround Me app will be accessible on the home screen without having to unlock your phone. The various errors covered by the app. Instant picture indicates if while in the app you need a spur of the moment picture, you will not miss out by losing time to go to find and open the camera. Land Protect. See where the nearest garbage bins, urinals and washrooms are located around you. You won't have to dump garbage when a bin may not have been just around the corner. Or when walking in an area, you will know which lands are private lands you should avoid. Local price. Instant access to price range for items will let you know if the price you are being charged is too much, whether in the market, when traveling, etc. Site assist, see location, personnel at site, self-guiding tour if needed, washroom location, garbage bin locations, all info of site tied to location map, so you know where to go. See Protect. Instantly know if you are anchoring in a safe place, be alerted of places you go, not anchor. Should not anchor. Example, to protect a reef. Know the sea habitat available at location, etc. listen and translate. A tourist may not understand a dialect. It can be instantly translated into standard English or another language. Security. Get in touch with site security or national security instantly. More features of the Land Protect. Maps, signs, in case where signs are missing, you will not have a problem. Know where there are dead end roads. How will our app be supported? Our app will be supported by voluntary donations and ads. Limitations to the app based on St. Vincent and the Grenadines only at present. We work offline but requires internet access to be sure information is up to date. Cost of implementation. Estimated cost is around $8,000. Any revolving cost involved in hosting the app may be supported by donations and ad revenues. Any additional revenue needed will be sought from organizations and the group to maintain and keep up to date. In a time when much attention is given preserving the natural environment and sustainable development, the Surround Me app will play a significant part in improving and maintaining our local environments and help all feel more comfortable moving around the end. Thank you.
Thank you, Incredible 3. At this time, we would go into the 5-minute round of questioning from the judges.
Good morning, ladies. Good presentation. I don't have much to touch on. I would like to see a bit more of the inner workings of the app in terms of the maps and things like that. But one question I have is, how do you think you will go about that part of the app where you want to implement a pricing system so that tourists feel as though they aren't cheated? How do you think you'd go about getting access to that data from different vendors?
Can you repeat the question?
I believe it is local price, under your local price feature that deals with tourists being able to get or be aware of certain prices so that they aren't, cheated or robbed, as you said. How do you think you'll go about getting that information from vendors across St. Vincent to populate into the app?
How will we get information? Normally, some goods are, are at a certain price range, So you can go about and ask about the prices of the goods, and you can place it on the app to let tourists know so they wouldn't be robbed on the prices.
Hey ladies, I have a question. Would this app be on the App Store? Would it be for sale or would it be free?
It will be a free app.
Okay. Do you plan on generating any revenue from this app?
Huh?
Are you planning on generating any revenue from this app?
Can you speak the question differently? Ask the question differently.
Okay. You guys planning on obtaining any income from this app? Or is it just an app for convenience?
Yeah, we're planning on having an income.
Okay, well, I guess the donations and okay, just saw that. That's probably it.
All right, ladies, I guess it's my turn. I have a few questions. You mentioned a few areas that the app would be touching. Not just the pricing data, but how would you get the rest data? Have you considered partnering with any institution?
Well, in terms of... You answer?
Because you touched on fisheries, you touched on agriculture. All of that is one ministry.
Repeat the question. Right.
Would you be partnering with an institution, or how would you acquire your data? You have several areas of data you'd be collecting. How would you acquire such data?
Agriculture, like, agriculture institution. Agriculture institute.
Like agriculture.
The other question I have for you is, how would you bring awareness of your app to the public? Because if I'm a tourist, I'm not going to know to go on the app store to look for that app. So how would you draw attention to an app for a country that I'm going to visit that I've not yet visited? How do I know your app exists?
Knowing the app exists, sometimes when tourists come, they have to be involved with government and all those stuff. We will inform the government so that they can know about it, so that they can get it.
Okay, so you'd have some sort of partnership with the government, probably the Ministry of Tourism.
Yeah, so that they can get it.
I guess that's it for my question. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Incredible 3. At this time, we would welcome Sai Girls from the St. Joseph Convent, Kingstown.
Can you imagine? This woman have my cloth for over 6 months now. Oh man, I am calling her every day. The woman telling me, Miss, you will get your clothes soon. When is soon? And because I'm not afraid of her, let me call her name for you all. Zoe from Mount Bentic. I specifically told her, I need my clothes for my best friend's graduation. I want to know what the hold up with my cloth is.
Good day, miss. I overheard your conversation, and guess what?
Is what now?
I am an innovator, and me and my friend have just the idea for you.
Protocol has already been established. Fellow competitors, mentors, parents and guardians, a pleasant good morning to you. I am Rianka Chance.
And I am Oda Charles.
And together we present to you Psy Girls with our idea.
Fashion.
With our idea, fashion. How does it work?
Well, first you have to download the app.
But don't you normally have to download an app? Do I have to go through a process of signing up?
Yes, ma'am, but let me finish. First, you sign up to the app Fashion. Then the app will come with 100 or more designs, and new designers can upload to this app at any time that they choose.
So then, how is this app going to know my measurements?
Well, using any device with a good camera quality, you can scan your body like this. And with one rotation, it will get your exact measurement.
That's great. So the part with me buying my cloth and so, would it tell me the best cloth I should buy, even how many yards?
Well, depending on the design that you pick, the app will tell you the specific type of cloth to buy, like cotton or polyester, and it will also tell you the exact amount of cloth to buy.
So I can purchase my cloth on this app as well?
Yes, you can. You can buy the cloth online on the app, or you can buy it yourself and deliver it to the app. But also, when delivering it to the app, you can carry in your measurements, and also, even though you order it online, you can also send in your measurements at the same time.
Our tagline, fashion, the way of life. Target market,
Apparel factories
fashion designers.
and the general public.
Our pros,
You spend less money. You spend money in two ways. First, to pick your device, your design. Some designs will be free and some will cost money, but not all. And if it does cost money, it will be no more than $5. And the other part where you spend money, it will be to actually make the design. For every 5 minutes you take using the specialized machine, it will take $20. So most designs take 10 to 45 minutes, so that will be $40 to $180. For example, a wedding dress, you can take 45 minutes to make the wedding dress, so that'll be $180.
it is quick, which means you can get your finished product in 10 to 45 minutes, and the most will be 12 to 48 hours if the machine is in use.
Accurate, meaning if you want your dress or your design of any sort to be 2 inches below your knee or tight in the waist, you can have it exactly how you want it.
And last but not least, it works with and without Wi-Fi. It works with Wi-Fi for you to send in the information and also to select your design. It works without Wi-Fi when you need to scan your body. Our cons. It needs a special computerized cutting and sewing machine. But we will be working along with investors in order to make this happen at factories.
It needs a device with a quality camera, so you have to have this device so you can scan your body properly to get your exact measurements.
Our cost, $150,000. $100,000 will be for each machine.
And $50,000 for the software.
Questions?
So I have a question. How does it get an accurate size measurement for your clothing? It says it scan you, but how does it scan you? How would it work?
In our previous slide, at the how it works,
Okay, let me help you a little bit with the question. Say it's somebody who normally wears clothes that are larger than them, but they finally want to try something that is their exact size. How does it scan?
there is a slot in the app where you can put whether you want it baggy, tight, anyhow you want it. So the accurate part of it is that you can put in your exact way you want it.
So you manually enter that site.
You can manually enter it, yes.
Okay, that's my only question. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, ladies. My only question is, where is that information stored in relation to your size? Because the app scans you, so it's getting all this data about someone's body. Where is that information stored?
I must say, when you scan your body is not leaving your phone. The only thing that leaves the phone is your measurements. Your measurements will go to the factory that is going to make your clothes. Now, if you go back 2 weeks and you want another design and you think you put on a little bit of weight, you can scan over your body. But the measurements stay at the factory in order to make your design.
Have you thought about, because persons can choose designs based on designs that designers around St. Vincent have uploaded. Have you thought about, one, how it work in terms of your paying designers, because I think they might be losing out on some income if your machine creates the design for them. And two, okay, you could start with that.
When fashion designers upload their designs on this app, which we'll call the trendy designs, there is a maximum cost of $5. This $5 will not only be going to the factories, but also the designers who made this will be getting the piece of the money.
Okay. So you're relying heavily on like quantity, a lot of users using the app, because $5 to spread around would not be enough if it's 1 or 2 people using it, right? I answered the question for you, but yeah. Okay, thank you, ladies.
Hey, just a simple question. Would this app be available for free, or would you recommend me, or would we have to pay?
This app is available on both App Store and Google Play Store, and it is also available for free.
How do you plan on circulating it so the public would be aware? And
We'll be creating ads on different television shows, on different social medias, and so people will know about this app. Then again, we are planning to take out tracks to tell people about this app and how good it is.
all right.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Sai girls. At this time, from the Union Island Secondary School, we would have the UISS bio.
Hello. Would it be possible to move to the next team because the agenda had 10:30, so they weren't in the room at the point in time. Hello?
Tyrone, you can hear me? Tyrone?
Yes.
Okay, yes, we would move to the next team. They would be ready to present right after this team.
Yeah, I told them to get ready. So they're on the way.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay, at this time, from the St. Vincent Girls High School, we would welcome the team Star Tech.
Good morning. Morning. With protocol already being established, good morning, judges. Good morning, people on YouTube. Good morning, fellow competitors. The name of our group is Static. The name of our app is the Homework Helper. Our team members are Ayala Robertson and Claudia Lovelace. The problem. Many people who are enthusiastic about learning are often deterred for pursuing their dreams because of how hard it is to find a reliable site to learn on. Many people also run into problems when doing their homework assignments and connecting to their teachers during the pandemic. Our aim: to help people work on their weak areas academically, to facilitate bilingualism, easy access to one-on-one virtual class time, to help people push mental boundaries, to help teachers connect with students from the comfort of their homes, unlimitedly increase the overall literacy in the country. The solution. This app would help provide a reliable platform for people interested in learning new subjects and languages, while also helping students connect to teachers and find useful solutions for homework problems. The targeted audience: students, teachers, people who are interested in learning. The targeted business is the Ministry of Education. The research carried out. Research shows that at least 65% of students leave school being unclear about at least one concept every day. Analysis of results. The statistic shows that the fear of asking questions in class has become a huge barrier to most children's learning. This fear stems from low self-esteem and being terrified of being embarrassed, which results in them not understanding concepts. This can be very harmful if these topics are not properly reviewed because they can lead to the child becoming lost and getting bad grades. This in turn can lead to an even lower self-esteem when their grades are compared to their peers. Description of the app. When you open the app, it would show you the Homework Helper logo. Then you would be directed to some personal information such as age, name, academic status, which is your grade, and password. After this, you would be directed to a list of subjects where you would pick the ones you are interested in. This app would then show you a list of topics from the subjects which you would pick which one you are interested in. You will then be allowed to search questions or keywords from the topic to see if the question has been answered before. If not, you would be given an option to wait in the queue for a live one-on-one session with a tutor, a video or chat, or submit your questions through a ticket system that would be answered later on a first-come, first-served basis. Description of the app continued. You will be notified when you are number one in the queue or when your ticket has been answered. There would be a separate section for people outside of schools and language learners, where they would take an assessment test to determine how much of a particular subject they understand so they can be guided through the rest of the according curriculum. Budget for the app, $5,000. Resources for the app making platform, website making platform. How the app will make money. Paid advertisements, premium membership fees, service fees for facilitating calls between students and teachers. Impact on users. This app would help students be able to secure more one-on-one time with teachers while also helping supply credible solutions to difficult homework questions. It would also help to facilitate safer learning during the pandemic and encourage people who have been outside of school for a prolonged period of time to become reinvested in learning. Impact on the business. It would help the education system to run a tad more smoothly, since there would be less time invested in revisiting topics and concepts. This app would help to reduce one-on-one interactions, which would help lessen the effects of the current COVID-19 pandemic we are experiencing. It would also It would also be used to educate people on on environmentally friendly topics such as conservation and pollution. Cons include early development bugs, needs Wi-Fi,
We will now go into the 5-minute round of questioning from the judges.
Hi, ladies. My first question is, who could be a tutor? Does it have to be a teacher, or could either one of us could be a tutor?
Well, depending on what you want. If you are looking, okay, if you want to be invested in something with IT, it could be someone from the IT department or someone from NTRC, could also be a tutor. Or you could just, if you want biology, it could be someone from an institute, or it could even be someone from your own school.
So there's no avenue for anyone outside. Like I'm not a lecturer, but could I be a tutor?
Yes.
Okay. Second question, would I be paid or?
You would be paid, but not that much because you will be paid.
Okay, but if it won't be much, then would it be easy for me to just be a tutor outside of the app and just?
It is more to like help the children who are maybe, okay, they might not be able to go to school, so it would more to help them. And it's not more like a job, because if it was a job, it would just be easier to be a teacher. But it's more to help the children who maybe cannot go to school or have difficulty getting to school.
All right.
Lady, my question would be, there were a few of these apps made this year in St. Vincent. What makes yours different? What is your strongest selling point? Let me rephrase that. What is the most amazing feature about your app?
It's a little different about our app because our app, instead of getting information from like all the different sites and putting them into one, we can even get information like from experienced people, maybe like from people who have already done. So if you want chemistry, people who have maybe done experiments in the lab.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hi, ladies. A part of, or a big part of your app is the fact that students will be able to interact with the tutors and get answers, either in real time or after waiting in a queue on a first come, first served basis. Will your app be applicable to all subject areas, or
Yes.
all?
Yes.
Okay. And what levels of education do you see it being applicable to?
Well, it can go to all levels, like it can go to the tertiary level and even to university.
Right. Okay, the reason why I asked is because more than likely, the higher up you go, as you say, university level, then the more complex questions will become and the longer answers will take to to be delivered to students. So how do you see that bottleneck being worked out? How do you think you'll cope with that, or your app will cope with that?
The app takes the app takes the app takes information from all different sources. So by putting them all together, it makes one sturdy answer.
Okay. And lastly, how does the app, how do you think it would work? Okay. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you very much, StarTech. At this time, from the Union Island Secondary School, we would welcome the UISS Bio. They will be presenting virtually.
Ready?
Shopping, a whole new way of shopping. I am Gia Gloucester.
Baker Alexander.
Tomorrow.
And Jeremiah Jones. And we are the UISS Bio.
What is this app about? This app is an efficient way for customers and shops to have an easy self-check or using your mobile phone.
This app allows users to scan items using the barcode reader in the app. Pay through card payments method.
Receive an electronic receipt.
Find on-sale items and monitor user budgets.
How is this app useful? In this time of the pandemic, this app can be useful because users can just scan the items from their phone without having to stand in these very long lines. And it also helps users to identify an item and locate it in a specified store. The app also tells users if they can get sales on an item and notifies users if they pass their budget.
Well, the million-dollar question is, how does this app work? This is just a representation of how the app would look on the home screen of your phone. Now we're going to click on the app, Shopping. This is the main menu of the app. It has two options, for shop owners and for customers. Let's check out shop owners. This is a standard form representation of the application of what the shop owners will have to fill out to register their store in the app. Now let's go back to the menu. Now before we start shopping, we always set our budget. So let's go to the budget setter to the left, top left corner of your screen. Right corner. Now we're going to set our budget for $25. Now let's go to customers. This is the sign-in part of the app. You can sign in with your email address and password, or you can sign in with Facebook or Twitter. We already signed in with our email. We're going to click sign in. This is the application of where the user has to put in all their account details, and when you're finished, you just click add card. Now this is a pop-up menu. You can find items or you can scan an item. Let's go to find item. This is the main page to find items. You can search an item, you can read more about the app, you can email a company or business inside of the app, or you can telephone them. Now let's go to email. This part of the app allows you to email a company or a business only inside of the app. So let's just continue and go back. Now let's go to telephone. This feature of the app was designed to call a company or a business for whatever purpose you want, but the business or the company only have to be inside of the app. Now let's go to search. Now this part of the app is designed to search any item, and if it is located in a store, the store will pop up. So I, as a customer, I like ice cream, so I would search for ice cream and I click search. Now these are just some of the stores inside of the app that sells ice cream. It is lined up from cheapest to most expensive. So me as a customer will look for something inside of my budget. So I'm going to click Master Store. This is the budget monitor. It tells you if you passed your budget or if you didn't pass your budget. We didn't pass our budget, so we are going to click Find Item. The app is linked with Google Maps, so it will show you where you are and where you have to get to the Master Store. Now, let's click Scan Item. Before we start shopping, we always set our budget. So, we set our budget to $50. Set budget. Now, these are some of the stores inside of the app, just some of them that you could click. So, let's say you as a customer going to CK Graves and 10 different customers in front of you, and you have about 2 items and they have about 20 items each, but you are in a rush. So you would like to find the easiest way to self-checkout. So I'm going to click CK Graves. Now I am going to use my phone to scan the item. And when I'm finished, I'm going to click Finish Scanning. Now this is just to show you how much things you have already scanned, and it will show you the total. So when you're finished, you click Cash Out. It will immediately send you into your card. Now we are going to use our MasterCard. And we are going to click. So now this is to sign. Well, put in your details for the card. So when you're finished, you click Pay. Now it will email you a receipt of what you have buy and the total amount. Now,
Target market. Now, this target market, we looked at any shop across St. Vincent by busy customers, general public. What are some pros of this app? The app is available for any shop across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It is easy and effective. It is an easy and effective way for customers to self-checkout, and less time is spent in long lines at supermarkets. Cons. Only licensed stores can use this app. Stores that sell illegal drugs is not permitted to use this app, and stores owner have to set up their own store information on the app. Thank you.
thank you for watching.
All right, ladies and gents, my first question would be, how are you going to get supermarkets to agree to this? Have you thought about how you would actually partner with the supermarket?
Well, basically, we will go around to the various stores within St. Vincent and the Grenadines and talk to the shop owners and see if we can come up with an agreement.
Okay, so you've mentioned stores here, but stores don't have barcodes. If I'm selling something regular in a store, like say a skirt or something, that ain't have a barcode on it. So
No, stores and supermarkets.
Markets, supermarkets, yeah.
okay, so mainly supermarkets. Okay,
Yeah,
and
so it's just
how? So that means these supermarkets would send you the pricing data, because otherwise you wouldn't be okay. So you get the pricing data from them. So what about the security of this data? How are you planning to secure like credit card information and stuff like that?
we will set up a robust system to prevent from hackers from getting access to your personal information.
Okay, I think that is it for questions for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, good day. Just one question. How often would these items be updated, like the inventory? For example, if I want an item and it's there on the list and I select it, but at checkout, I might get a message that it's not available or whatever. How do you guys prevent this?
Repeat.
Repeat the question.
Okay, how often would the inventory be updated? For example, if I want an item, I add it to the cart, etc. And at checkout, I'm now being told that that item is not available. How do you prevent this?
Well, basically, we do not plan to own this app. We plan on selling it to the stores. So the store, that will be their responsibility of updating the app by putting in the prices if any changes.
Every time they get an update, they will send it out to the app, so we will receive it.
Like a push notification.
All right.
Good morning. Given the limitations in St. Vincent, at least, for online payments and so, have you thought about what tools you would use to allow persons to use their credit card details to shop?
Can you repeat yourself, please?
What tools do you plan on using to allow persons to shop online by using their credit card details?
To be honest, we didn't think about that.
Right. Okay, that's my only question. Thank you.
No problem. That's it?
Thank you very much, UISS Bio. At this time, from the Georgetown Secondary School, we would welcome GSS Trackers. Just a point of correction, this team is actually the GSS locators.
A pleasant good morning to all. We are the students of Georgetown Secondary School, and today we will be telling you about the app that we came about, such as it is called the Auto Parts Locating app. So this app is basically about the Auto Parts Locating app. So vehicles is a most common thing
in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Vehicles is very popular, and so sometimes your vehicles can get like one part, somebody part. So this app is basically locating body parts for your vehicles very easily. So, are you tired and fed up of looking around and trying to find your vehicle parts and other accessories at the best price? The Auto Parts Locating app will definitely make it easier for you to find your vehicle parts.
Other parts places such as Cash Money Auto, Bucky's Auto, Sekai, and Corey's Hazel. App would search for parts such as engine mount, brakes, suspension, engine air filter, and many others necessaries for your vehicle and others.
So the basic information that this app will use when it will be your VIN number, part number, part description, picture of part, picture of vehicle or engine number. This information will be sent to part dealers to get the availability and price of part. It will also include customer reviews. So what customer sees? The customer will first create an account. They will then see the screen where they will be required entered at least one piece of info needed to find a part. That's it. Sorry about that. So again, our app is called the Auto Parts Locating app. Are you tired? Are you tired and fed up of looking around trying to find your vehicle parts and other accessories at the best price? The Auto Parts Locating app will definitely make it easier for you to find your vehicle parts.
Other parts places such as Cash Money Auto, Bucky's Auto, Sekai, Corey's Hazel. App will search for parts such as engine mounts, brakes, suspension, engine air filter, and many other necessities for your vehicle.
So basically, the app will use this basic information. The VIN number, part description, picture of part, picture of vehicle or engine number. This information will be sent to part dealers to find the availability and price of parts. It will also include customer reviews. What the customer sees. The customer will first create an account in the app. They will then see a screen where they will be required to enter at least one piece of info needed to find the part. This will be sent to the part dealers. What the dealer sees. The dealer will see a list of all parts required where they will be able to select the part that they wish to quote on and give their quote. They will also be able to request further clarification for the customer for the part request. After quotations for the part, the customer will select the quotation that suits them and sends an intention to purchase to the select supply. The part will be held and the customer will be given up to 24 hours to pick up the part. To prevent abuse of the app, customers will be allowed up to 3 uncollected intention to purchase or risk receiving a bad customer review. So this is what the app will be looking like, where you will enter your VIN number, the part number, the engine number, part description, picture of part, and additional information. The next slide. This will include your personal information where you click the part description. So in the VIN number, you will put your vehicle's license registration number. Part number, you will put the number of the part, such as your engine, whatever you're going to order. The engine number, you put your engine number. Picture of part, you will insert a picture here with your part. Additional information. And that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, GSS locators. At this time, we would go into the 5-minute round of questioning from the judges.
Hey guys, my first question is, could me as an individual sell a part on this app, or is just for registered businesses?
Yeah, I think you could sell for yourself.
Okay, and how do you guys ensure that the customer gets what they purchase?
Well, repeat.
How do you ensure, for example, if I want a part and somebody might say, oh, I have the part, right? How do you guys ensure that, okay, the customer is getting what they request or that they purchase?
Well, basically, as we said, all your personal information will be inserted into the app, and we will track, we'll call you, and then will be your part will be given to you.
All right. So 2 questions. The first question would be, how do you identify, or how do you, yes, how do you identify the legitimacy of a customer? Because if I sign up, what's stopping me from deleting that account and establishing a new account and doing the same thing that gets me reviewed badly each time?
Well, if you create an account, we are basically expecting you to assist in buying our part. So if you delete the account, we'll not be helping you out with that.
Okay. My second question would be, what is the benefit of your app to an individual or company over a Facebook buy and sell group, since we have many of them that do the same thing? What is your strongest selling point? Why choose your app over Facebook?
Because our app will have a large range variety where you can choose from. Like certain other stuff that other apps will not have, our app will have it, especially like expensive stuff, like engines and so forth.
How does your app generate income? How do you make money?
Our app will make money by selling the parts per customer purchases. For example, we will have like different branches in different countries. Like,
So you gain a percentage of whatever is sold.
yeah.
Okay. That's it for my question.
Hi, ladies. Just one thing. In terms of how the app works, is the app tied in to these suppliers? Is your database? Does your database correlate with their database in terms of parts? So, for example, if a customer wants to buy a particular part, or will the customer have the most up-to-date information in terms of that part being available, say with Cashman or well somebody else? How does it work?
Well, basically, our app will can you repeat the ending?
I just want to know, in terms of your inventory, how do you ensure that the parts that you have available are the parts that somebody actually can get? So you won't have to keep coming back to see that this part is available or it's not available.
So before we get into all that, the we'll have the part information number, such as all that I mentioned, the vehicle, the picture of the part will be there, so we'll most likely know what your part will want. Will most likely know what you want to order.
Thank you very much, GSS locators. At this time, we would welcome another team from the Union Island Secondary School, the UISS GO2, who would also be presenting virtually.
Just to confirm, GO2 because the agenda has just GO. There are two groups. GO2 and GO. Hello?
Siren, what was your question?
The agenda says GO, US GO, there's no 2, because GO is here, but GO2 is not there.
Okay, well, I have GO2 on the list that I am looking at.
What is the presentation about? Or you don't have that there because I don't know if there's a mix up in the you know, just okay, that's Geo would go, and we will start off the
Okay.
yeah. Looking at approximately 16. Looking at approximately. Yes, okay. Okay. Alright, so when you guys ready?
With protocol already being established, we are the DYSS group. My name is Shapona.
And my name is Jose. I'm feeling to go flat out if I had it. I don't think it's true, and I think it's up to.
Well, I think I should go and see a doctor about that.
I didn't have time to answer.
You ever hear about my doctor?
How about Mr. White talking about it?
My doctor, bringing healthcare to you. So, say like you're too sick to go and see a doctor in person, you need to consult a doctor immediately. With my doctor and online doctor consult app, you don't have to travel any. You can ask the doctor about your health concerns over a 5-video call or chat. So, say like you have PRPs or pregnancy problem, but you don't work. You have skincare problem. Yeah. You don't know when I'm trying to get ready. You have cough or fever. You have a child not feeling well. Or you have depression and anxiety. Might not have past sessions with bonus.
I thought that mobile health technologies are a proven medium of doctor-patient communication and have contributed to significant improvement in the patient's health and outcomes. This approach has been found to overcome widespread health system barriers such as health professional shortage, reliance on untrained or informal providers, cost of service, transportation, lack of sources of reliable information.
The typical hospital. Well, there could be any of these places and my doctor will reach you.
It's true, it takes a lot of time when you go to the clinic. First, you have to go and get the ticket. Then the nurse has to check the temperature. Then you have to wait again for the doctor. Then when you go to the doctor, you have to come back again and wait for the pharmacist for your medication. This takes a lot of time. According to Mali Mail online survey, people stop seeking medical treatment at public clinics because the waiting time is too long. They can't afford it. They can't get medication at the public clinic. and the employers do not allow them to take the day off.
My Doctor app, bringing healthcare to you. Well, My Doctor app, you could consult online via chat or call. You could connect to the best doctors in minutes. You could do all of this private and secure and receive. You could purchase medicine online. You can even upload your health reports and photos. After a consultation, you can order medicine and book a lab test online. Medicine and test samples can be dropped off. My Doctor app does hold your medical record. So to have this app, first you have to download the app, then register. After that, you have to put in your symptoms like you have to cough and you have shortness of breath. Then you could either go to or you could select a specialist one that is provided, and then you have to pay.
Open, do not open, do not open.
After that, after that, in just a few minutes, you will have the doctor. Or if the doctor is not available, you have to book an appointment with the doctor's waiting time. After you finish all of that, you go and chat with the doctor or go on a call where they will discuss whether you have to use medication or you have to go to hospital. With the My Doctor app, you can see nearby pharmacies, clinics, and hospitals within your range because some of these issues cannot be dealt with on. Just remember, we can use this app for everything. So you might have to go to the hospital or clinics.
So what you can do is, My Doctor app has geolocation. It is innovative, it is cost effective, user friendly, adaptable, and safe. This sounds like a good app. The pros of this app are it is convenient, it saves money, it opens up a large customer base for doctors, it makes finding doctors easier and faster, and it's the ability to interact with others with your doctor on the privacy of your own home.
But you will need a robust security system to protect from hackers, and this may be expensive. Needs a constant and reliable internet connection. The initial design for a native smartphone application would usually cost between $70,000 to $80,000. The design of My Doctor mobile application could include internal influences and design aspects. Would need a robust server to store medical records. Healthcare delivery through a mobile app is a new concept in the healthcare delivery system. In SVG, there is a very serious lack of healthcare infrastructure and trained health workers, especially in rural areas. The process of healthcare infrastructure building is costly and lengthy. With the continuous growth of the industry, a large number of people in rural areas have gained access to mobile phones. This leaves us with an excellent opportunity to provide quality healthcare services using the My Doctor platform. Thank you.
Thank you very much, UISSGO. At this time, we would go into the 5-minute round of questioning from the judges.
Good morning. In your last slide, you said that there's a serious lack of infrastructure and doctors and so forth. Have you thought about how you would get doctors on board to be a part of your app to see patients?
So to encourage doctors to be on board with this, they'll just have to think about the number of death cases happening and the amount of diseases that are happening and people that cannot reach a doctor to be able to solve these cases.
Okay, and lastly, obviously, person's medical information is something that's very private compared to them. What security measures do your app take into account to prevent any kind of information getting out that persons won't want to be accessible to anyone?
We could use firewalls and encryptions on the app. So like when people come and interface with the app, they could create their own passwords, which is not that which nobody else knows. So that no one will be able to get into it.
Okay, so I only have one question. You mentioned getting medicine through your app or prescription. How exactly does that work? How would a say would I be using my phone, go to a pharmacy and show them something from within the app? How does the pharmacy like give out med the doctor has prescribed it through the app?
You could get the medicines at the pharmacy. Like if you take a picture of what you need and you send it to the doctor that's in the picture, they can show the prescription to the pharmacist, which then now order your medicine. So it wouldn't take as long for you to get your medication.
All right, thank you very much.
Morning, guys. Just a simple question. Do you guys plan on generating any revenue from this app?
Well, when the doctors get paid, we get paid.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, UISSGO. At this time, also presenting from the Union Island Secondary School, we have the UISS on point 2.1.
You're gonna have to give me a second on that one. Yeah. Okay. Um, ready?
With the protocol already being established, a pleasant good afternoon. Our presentation is Priblam, and we are UISS on point 2.1. I am Gia Costa,
Tamara Walters, Aquila Bailey,
And the Charles.
Ladies, have you ever wanted to get your face bleached or hair slayed for a special occasion, but just can't find a professional to do it? How about you calling a salon to book an appointment and the receptionist still forgets to book your appointment? What about not getting proper direction to find the salon, then end up lost or late to your appointment? And I cannot forget the man. Do you have trouble finding a barber with experience and skill that will hook you up with the freshest fade? Oh, and the worst of it all, calling the salon to book an appointment for a specific date, and the receptionist have you on hold forever just to check their availability. Then, Pregram is your go-to app.
problem. Not being able to find the best prices available, not being able to find a place of business. Phone calls being too brief, forgotten appointment, problem with double booking, and surprise calls.
What is Pregram? Pregram is a salon appointment booking app for beauty pros and barbers. It is designed to give clients an easy way to discover a book service, like haircuts, hairstyles, makeup, etc. online. It offers a convenient way for clients to browse photos and reviews. It offers a convenient way for clients to browse photos and reviews, and it also gets important prices information and book appointments at times that work for them. It also allows professionals and salon owners to accept credit card payments, share photos of their work, manage their calendar and availability, set automatic appointment reminders, share locations.
This is one of the main features of the app, standard function. This includes things such as login. When logging in, clients and beauticians must have their email address. This also includes profile summary and settings. Browsing, filtering, and sorting offers. This includes all types of category division, such as prices, availability, services being offered, calendar management. Reviews and ratings. Okay, reviews and ratings. This is where clients or customers leave their comments or photos on how they have been serviced. Booking and paying. This is where users can choose their dates, view the payment process and payment plans, confirm their reservation.
Transaction. Some other features of this app would be transactions. This feature is very important as it stores your transaction list with purchase or payments archive stored. It gives access to documents like bills or invoices that you may need to show to confirm your payments. Push notification. It gives reminders of booking confirmation, status changes, day reminder, and photo upload. Into social network. This gives users access to social apps like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, etc. where they can view the person or business that they are interested in and see their work, leave a DM or follow them.
Target market. This app is to target the general public, beauticians, salon, beauty bars and owners, barbershop owners, visitors, and other professionals.
Benefits to target market. Benefits to professionals is to help build their clients and help make a better income. Also provide good and proper service to their customers. Customers can get great and satisfied service for their money.
Pros and cons. This app is available every 24/7. User-friendly interface, maximum information, get paid quicker, not being tied to a phone or save time, automatic appointment reminder, security, link to social media app, IG, and Facebook. Cons. You need internet access and influence of the customer. Cost. This app will cost you up to 4,000 or 1,500,000 per platform. There's a great function booking app will be anything from 150,000 up. Conclusion. With an app like Program, customers no longer have to face a problem that comes with face-to-face booking or telephone call booking. Now, when hairstyle or barber or other beauty professionals face problems like managing their calendar or client booking info. This is literally the perfect booking app.
Program, the way to slay.
Thank you very much, UISS on point 2.1. At this time, we're going to the 5-minute round of questioning from the judges.
All right, good morning, ladies and gents.
Morning.
My first question would be, how would your app get its client reach to promote your app? How do you plan to promote your app? How would persons learn about the app? Where?
Social media.
Such as Instagram and Facebook.
Okay. So on Facebook. So the question I have for you now is, why would I use your app when I could simply search for a store on Facebook, book an appointment with a barber or salon on Facebook, and do everything through Facebook? What makes your app better? What is your selling point?
Okay. Our app is better because 1, it is more efficient to get the appointment booked, and 2, it's available all the time.
What? I have another question. You said it's for appointment booking and store location, right? So why would a barber use your app now? What's the benefit to the barber? Specifically. Or the salon? And how do you plan to earn money through the app?
Could you repeat the question again, please?
Well, I'm sorry, it's actually two questions. How does it benefit the person, the salon or the barber? And the other question was, how do you earn money from the app?
Well, basically, the salon company actually saves more time for them and they get booking in advance so they are prepared for their customer.
All right. And how do you earn money?
We don't earn money from the app.
The CSM is on one.
All right. Thank you very much. I'll pass you on to the other judges.
Good morning. Just one quick question. In terms of your reviews, you said that customers could leave reviews on the app. How do you go about ensuring that the veracity of the reviews, ensuring that it's just not somebody who's malicious, just going on to, make a barber or a hairstylist look bad?
We don't have control over that. Whoever wants to comment, they comment. We don't have control over who wants to comment.
Right. Okay. Thank you. All right. That's all.
Thank you very much. At this time, from the St. Vincent Girls High School, we would welcome the team, the Rivals.
Good morning, everyone. With protocol already established, have a good day. Our group name is SmartPod, and our name is the Rivals, consisting of me, Mia Bailey, and Haley Bowman. The problem is that people have been more and more becoming interested in growing their own crops and flowers, in part due to COVID-19. However, with persons going back to ever-demanding work, people have less time to invest in researching on how best to grow their own plants. Even when trying to do their own thing, persons will easily forget when to care for the plants. How much is too much? Among other things, that would cause you to feel that you cannot grow squat. What on earth can be done to bridge the gap between a novice grower and getting a green thumb? Our solution? SmartProd. Can you get your green thumb a bit easier? Know your plant's every need. The aim of this app is to 1. Provide users a means of growing and maintaining their plants with a little technological help. Number 2, make planting less daunting and a bit more fun. Number 3, provide timely feedback on whichever is growing in their pots. And number 4, give users some helpful guidance with all their planting needs. Our targeted business is A&R Floral Designs. Our target audience or market is persons 18 or over, or persons with Android and iPhone devices. Walkthrough of the app.
When you open the app, it will ask you to log in. You can log into the app using your very own email accounts like Gmail, Microsoft, or social media accounts like Facebook. You can enter as many SmartPod as you would like.
From there, you are given the option of which plant or flower you hope to grow in your new SmartPod. You can select from a library of flowers or crops that fits the seeds you bought, Or you can scan the barcode of the seed packet bought from the targeted business. This is a very important step, since that will determine which regimen your desired plant will need to maximize its growth. After setting up your plant, it will be made available as a picture icon on the main screen. When you select the icon, you will be brought to an overview of the plant of interest. Then you will have the option of assigning a smart pod to your plant, either through scanning the attached QR code or entering the pin located at the bottom of the smart pod. This will then give you would give you more functionality and feedback from the app, including
simple one-time instructions of putting seeds in the soil with the option to skip. Details more info gives you some good-to-know overview of the plant you presently have in your possession. Water tells you how much water moisture is in the soil. Sunlight, the amount of sun and heat present.
With this information, you can be guided at where to place the pot, when and how much water is needed. However, should a user decide to place the plant in a regular pot, another set of functionalities will be presented to the user for that particular plant. Simple one-time instructions of putting seeds in the soil with the option to skip. Details or more info gives you some good-to-know overview of the plant you presently have in your possession. Regimen outline, a simple schedule to follow to care for the selected plant. Notifications, you can toggle with whether you want to be reminded of your plants or not.
The app will also be fitted with notifications to remind you of when to carry out certain tasks, such as watering the plant, for instance. It would also be mentioned that users will be periodically asked for feedback on their growing seed. This would let us adjust the parameters for the desired plants and further polishing an optimized plan for future planting of seeds. For additional functionality, the app will also be equipped with a side menu where you can get access to the further features like library, gives you a list of available plants listed in detail. This can also help you select the plant that best suits your fancy. Buy list shows all that you can purchase from A&R Floral Designs to make your planting needs as simple and worry-free as possible. You can also order directly from the app and pick up the items at your leisure. Settings, which ranges from what theme you want for the app to how you desire to be notified or to turn off. About, gives you more information about the company and how users can contact the company.
The budget for the app, 10,000 EC dollars. This includes the server, the programmer. 20,000 EC dollars to design the smart pods and the materials to create the smart pods, like the shell, the Wi-Fi adapters, sensors, and miniature solar panels. Manufacturing smart pods also included, so the total therefore is 30,000 EC dollars. Retail for app and products. App will be available for free. This will let us reach a larger audience since there are some persons which would not desire to buy a smart pod. The unit price for the smart pods will be 35 EC. The price is considered fair, good, and profitable for the targeted business since quality will be ensured to be maintained, as well as the fact that this product is reusable, even after growing a selected plant or seedling. How this app will make money. Ad-free subscription, the sale of smart pods, and facilitating the sale of items needed for planting, primarily for the targeted business, of course. How is this app unique? There is yet an app like this implemented in SVG, especially on such a small scale to get beginner growth in growing plants a good start. Impact of app on business. It will help the business get more exposure to a wider audience in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which may even open other business opportunities for the business itself. Get more money through sales of the Smart Pod and app revenues. Impact of app on users. By using the app, users would end up having a start in growing their own crops, saving money on obtaining flowers on their own crops in the long run, and tackling the mentality.
Thank you very much, the rivals. We will now go into the 5-minute round of questioning from the judges.
Good morning, ladies. Just 2 questions. 1, why only A&R floral designs? Like, how can other businesses become part of your app or program?
This was just one example. There are actually many other examples. We had others, but we decided to only put one. But we can advertise more.
Other businesses, and we can say our pros and cons, and we can tell them that this would help us, all their buyers and all their.
Okay.
They can also sell them in their shops and whatever they have.
Right. Okay. And 2, can you let me know again, why would someone, what advantage is there for someone to buy your pod instead of just using a regular pod?
So this specific plant pod, it tells you all your needs, so you don't have to do research for it. So like if you have a plant and you don't know if it's dying, the smart pod would actually tell you if your plant needs water or if it doesn't have enough sunlight or whatever it needs.
Hey ladies, just a simple question. Is this just for registered businesses, or could me?
Anybody
farmer.
can buy it. Any specific user, anybody, any general society or whatever.
Okay, so if I'm a farmer, I could also use the app and give useful information to, let's say, clients.
Yes, please.
Okay.
So, ladies, good morning. My question is this. Your app does the same thing as the Ministry of Agriculture, Extension Department, where they have persons who could go to a farm and tell them what's the problem with the crop.
Can you repeat
How
that,
would your information be more accurate?
Well, this is our first part of the idea, but we do plan on upgrading the smart pod's design and to have more autonomous functionality, which would help persons have an even easier time cultivating what they want to grow.
Do you have a limitation on the size of your pods? Is there a range of sizes, or is there one?
Depending on the plant that you're growing, you can order in different sizes.
All right, thank you very much, lady.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, the rivals. At this time, from the Union Island Secondary School, we would welcome UISS On Point 2.0, who would be presenting virtually.
Augmented. When you're ready. Augmented reality, the future of education. Section based.
Start over. I think it is something. You want me to prep presentation?
Augmented reality, the future of education. My name is Vikram Alexander.
Alexander.
And together we are the UISS on Point 2.0. I'm sure many of you may remember the popular video game Pokemon Go. Well, it did two things for society. First, it introduced us to the capabilities of augmented reality, and two, showed us how much adults enjoy catching virtual animals. Augmented reality in the educational sector is growing, and as it does, it is important to look at how the potential of AR can be harnessed. But the question is, why augmented reality? Augmented reality changes the way students interact with the world and in turn the way they learn the subjects.
It is an exciting learning experience which encourages curiosity.
It helps the student easily acquire courses and remember them.
How amazing it would be to see numbers come to life midway through boring mathematics lessons that encourage you to try a little harder to solve that particular tricky integration.
Some students are just visual and others are learners.
What problem motivates this idea? The main problem that motivates this idea is sharing within boring class. Often school is boring, is paired with that's why I don't do the work, or that's why I don't pay attention. But what this type of students might actually mean is that the work doesn't engage them.
Many parents may think that the teacher is not presenting the material in a way that engages the students, which is quite true.
But students get bored because they need a change. Sometimes the teachers teach the same way every day, and this gets way too monotonous. 3D analogy, the future of education.
What is 3D analogy? 3D analogy is an application that overlays interactive digital elements such as text, messages, image, 3D models, and animation into real world. Environment text focus.
3D analogy is an application that overlays interactive digital elements such as text, images, 3D models, and animation into real-world environments from textbook. It is available for complex subjects like maths, science, geography, physics, biology, history, and chemistry. It aims to help the teachers to visualize the lessons to their students through interactive lessons.
Allows users to create and share interactive content in augmented reality.
It has 10 interactive lessons to allow students to interact with augmented objects.
3D analogy can be connected to the projector or TV using Chromecast to allow the instruction between teachers and students.
Students can walk around the 3D models and manipulate the objects as they
3D objects can be scaled up or down in size, placed on student desks or areas around them in AR.
curriculum. These are some of the 3D analogy could help visualize. History, geography, biology, and science.
What we targeting? Ministry of Education and teachers, Ministry of Education, teachers, and students.
Benefits to the target market. In the past, students have always learned through traditional non-interactive media such as textbooks and instructional videos. So what 3D analogy will do is it will allow students to receive immediate visual feedback on how a selected 3D item will look in a different setting.
This will play a positive role in helping students comprehend classroom education content.
And make educational content fun and accessible. Benefits to the teachers. 3D analogy transforms the way teachers deliver lectures. And teachers can take any abstract or complex idea and turn it into something virtually tangible for learners. Features of this app: inclusivity for people with special needs and 3D modeling.
Growth assists children to be more expressive and social interaction. It allows long-term memory retention.
Cons of such app: it is expensive, hard to set up. Cost and recommendation of such app: 100,000 and upward. The cost is split between the app developer, hourly rates, development duration, complexity of the app, and development platform. Augmented reality is becoming very popular, and AR brings life into complex subjects that students are expected to learn. It can bring added creativity, interactivity, and engagement to complex and abstract subjects. It simplifies the learning process. Both the teachers and the students likewise can just take control of the educational process through AR. Thank you.
Thank you very much, UISS On Point 2.0. At this time, we would go into the 5-minute round of questioning from the judges.
Hey guys, one question. Sometimes these 3D or virtual apps may be a little bit difficult to implement, right? So my question is, what plans you guys have in place to ensure that these teachers are basically brought up to speed before they... Okay, sorry. Yes. How do you ensure that the teachers or the lecturers are brought up to speed, rolling it out to students?
Yourself, please. You're breaking up.
Hello, you guys can hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, sorry. I'll repeat the question. Sometimes these virtual or 3D applications may be a little bit difficult. So my question is, how do you ensure that these teachers or lecturers are properly brought up to speed before rolling it out to students?
Okay, so before the new school year, the Ministry of Education will have like a meeting that they will teach the teachers and them how to like run the app for the students and them.
So they will be taught in advance.
Okay.
Good morning. How do you plan to attract, say, developers and other stakeholders to your app away from something like, say, Microsoft's HoloLens, which is going to do the same thing?
Can you repeat yourself, please?
How do you plan to attract developers, other stakeholders, like you said, the Ministry of Education and so forth, to your app, to when you're competing with persons like, say, Microsoft that has its HoloLens program, which does the same thing? And how can you compete?
Okay, we can hold competition for app developers so that you can build the app for us. That is one way. And then for the Ministry of Education, well, we can try and convince them in using our app. Because other app like the app we just found a while ago, it don't have some features that our app have. It only deal with a particular subject, while ours deal with a majority of the subject and the syllabus. And with this app, the syllabus is also on the app along with all the textbooks that are needed. And it is only based within St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
All right. So my question to you guys is this. If the app is created, the City Ministry of Education agrees and everything, who maintains the app? Because the data would constantly need to be updated. So is the Ministry of Education expected to also generate this 3D data and everything else?
Well, basically, we are building this app. Well, if we plan on building this app, we are also planning on selling it to the Ministry of Education, so they will do everything.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, UISS on point 2.0. At this time, we just give the judges a couple of seconds to refresh their SurveyMonkey so that it can get the updated information. Moving on to the next team from the St. Vincent Girls High School, we would welcome the team Project Tech.
Hello again. We're back with our new group, Project Tech, with Haley Bowman, Mia Bailey, and Sarah Foster.
Our problem is that persons seem to keep losing their beloved pets, like their cats and dogs, either by the pets roaming too far or by bad-minded people that kidnap them.
Our solution, Pet Tracker. Don't lose your four-legged friend. Aim. The aim of this app is to provide users a means of tracking their beloved pets through an easy-to-understand app working together with a quality pet collar.
Our targeted business is pets and stuff.
Our targeted audience is persons on ages 18 and older, local and tourists, persons with Android and iPhone devices. Walkthrough of the app. When you open the app, it will ask you to log in. First-time users can sign up by either filling out an electric form or by a third-party account, like Google. There is also a part where you insert information about your pet, including name, what they answer to, breed, pedigree, small description of its physical features, special marks, any clear identifying marks on said pet.
Users are then given a walkthrough to link up purchased collar that will be associated with your pet. Only the original user can delete the information associated with the collar.
After that, user is given a set of features. Overview information of pet, self-explanatory. Beacon button, a button used to notify the caller to give off a sound, making it easier to locate your beloved pet. Paw imprinted button, used for bringing up a map with the location for your pet store. View and order premium pet items for your pet from Pets and Stuff. Here is a sketch, the first sketch we did for this thing. There is a logo right there, which we were using for either how the app is going to look on your phone or just a symbol to use for the app. Budget for the app. 11,000 EC, server, programmer.
9,000 EC. This includes the design of the collar, electronics to place with collar like receiver, miniature solar panels, and electronics for simple GPRSs, and manufacturing the collars. The total is 20,000 EC.
Retails for app and products. App will be made available for free. This will let us reach a larger audience. The unit price for the Pet Tracker collar will be 25 EC. This price is considered fair, good, and profitable for targeted businesses since quality will be ensured to maintain, as well as the collar can be reprogrammed by the user for another pet. How this app will make money. Ad revenue, selling Pet Tracker collars, marketing and selling products from targeted businesses to user.
How is this app unique? There is yet an app like this implemented in SVG, especially when it comes to pet lovers.
Impact of app on business. It will help the business get more exposure to a wider audience in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Get more money through the sales of the collars and on the app itself. Impact of app on users. By using this app, users would end up having a start growing their own crops, save money on obtaining flowers and their own crops in the long run, tackling the mentality that only a selected or blessed few can actually plant.
Pros, cons, and limitations of the app. The pros are we will be able to locate your pets at any time, anywhere. You will also be able to purchase pet items at your leisure. The cons: in the event of no Wi-Fi or data, you will not be able to access the location feature of the app. Limited retrieval can be done once color has somehow been separated from pet.
Future of innovation. Possible ways we can further improve the usefulness of innovation. A feature that obtains information and relevant medical records of the pet from scanning its collar, which would be quite useful when going to various stores and vets, cutting down on interviewing time.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Hi, good morning, ladies. I might have missed it, but what prevents a stranger from finding a pet with the collar, downloading the app themselves, and saying it's their pet?
Okay, so when you get the app and you've added a pet to your tracker, and you put it around the dog's neck or cat, a special password comes up on the screen. It's a very unique password. The password cannot be repeated, and even if you can refresh your password time and time again, but it won't give you one that someone else has got. But if you taking time to try different passwords will take over 100 hours, so I don't suggest you do that.
And also, I was thinking maybe you can have like a thumbprint for the actual owner. So they can use their thumbprint to do whatever they want to make changes. They'll put it on the collar, and then maybe on the screen it's connected to via Bluetooth. You can also make changes by putting.
Thank you.
Hey ladies, just a question. Maybe I was following everything, but do you guys have like a safe zone for the pet? In, let's say, if the pet does wander or somebody comes and take the pet, like, is there something that would notify the owner or owners that, okay, the pet has, let's say, gone beyond the safe zone or something to alert me?
So about the buzzer, there will be a buzzer going off after the pet has reached its limitations of about 5 miles. So just to make sure that the pet hasn't wandered or been taken too far, and it will on your phone it will come up saying, okay, so the pet has gone too far, and on the dog's collar or cat's dog collar, there will be on your phone, you'll be able to see what's going on through the little visor on the collar, so you can know where the pet is.
Also, it can notify you if there is a unknown area. So if the collar would be able to track like on the map with the drawings, but I don't think you saw that one. But it would tell you if the area they're in, like if they're in a different house, it would say this area is unknown, and then you would get a notification from your phone.
All right.
Thank you very much, Project Tech. At this time, presenting virtually from the Union Island Secondary School, we have the team Vinci Met.
All right, so, speak up when you start. All right.
Graduates, I'm Trisha Alexander. My name is Kim Still.
I'm Vikram Alexander.
And I'm Tamara Walter.
And together we are Vinci Met. Justification. Are you tired of using boring weather apps that only show the basic sunrise, sunset time, and forecast? Would you like to get quick and informative weather updates despite your location? Or what about having to cancel an event because you missed the last forecast update, or just may not know what the weather conditions will be that day? How about being able to track storms and hurricane while on the go? And how about being able to quickly find emergency and shelters near outside the area? Weatherish is a perfect app for you.
So the problem, person not getting quick and accurate update of weather condition, person not being able to properly track or may not even knowing about upcoming storm or hurricane, difficulties in knowing about emergency hurricane shelter and finding their location.
What is Weatherish? It is a mobile weather app that allows users to get hourly, daily, and weekly prediction of the weather based on their location. It also gives push and real-time notification of current weather conditions that may be affecting your area, such as tropical storms and hurricanes, while providing information for wind speed, humidity, temperature, and rainfall. It also provides information for emergency shelters, for instance, name, the building, their location, and route to get to them. What are some features of this app?
In-app notification, how about sending an alert reminder to persons or users to take an umbrella? Well, this smart notification feature can do this for you. If it is about to rain outside, the app user get team message for keeping an umbrella with them. Other instances, if there is an increase in temperature, heat wave, the app will send a notification saying something like stay cool.
Google Maps. It offers satellite imagery, aerial photography, street maps, 360 interactive panoramic view of streets, real-time traffic conditions, and route planning for traveling by foot, car, bicycle, and air, or public transportation. This will be used to show you where to find the shelters and the route you should take to get there quickly.
Database. MySQL database. Services fully managed database service to deploy cloud-native application using the world's most popular open resource database. This will be used to store all the information for the emergency shelters in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Live stream access. Persons can have access to apps like YouTube, Facebook, or weather channels like Color Weather in order to watch live stream or hurricane or tropical storm. Below shows the examples of live stream and weather channels.
Weather forecast. It shows the prediction for the hourly, daily, weekly, and monthly forecasts along with present weather situation.
Prediction about the rainfall and rain. Shows the forecast for the rain. It also showcases the percentage of likelihood of the rain. Also classify various elements like cloudy, sunny, semi-cloud, wind. This feature is an added benefit for fishermen, sailors, windsurfers. Also, people who are planning to spend their weekend in outside places are also happy. Timeline. This feature, timelapse. This feature enables users to go through specific changes in weather across different countries in the world by simply displaying images and pictures. It also explains the previous climatic condition at the present moment and how it will be in the next month.
Drought monitoring system. For a country like St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where agriculture is quite important in our everyday life and accounts for most of our GDP, this feature is very helpful. The drought monitoring along with the forecast feature can make sure users know if the condition will be too extreme to handle so that they can make decisions ahead of time to avoid losses.
Target market. It targets the general public, National Emergency Management Organization, or it is also known as NEMO, the aviation and logistics industry, and tourists or visitors.
Benefit. It saves time, send a lot on time, access government or administration, help the aviation and logistics industry, facilitate the travel and tourism industry, enable farmers to take preventive.
Pros and cons of such app. It's a very simple user interface. Being able to predict the weather and plan your daily activities accordingly. It allows live stream of hurricanes and storms, and it is free. Cons, connectivity issues may occur while uploading the information because of poor or totally absent mobile network signals. Cost. The cost of this app will be approximately around 30,000 and upward. This cost is split between the app developers, security of the app, development duration, post-development updates of the application, complexity of the app, and development platform. Conclusion. With an app like Weatherish, right on your phone, tablets, iPad, and other portable devices, you will never have to worry about the weather condition again. It is literally a weather channel right in your pockets.
All right, that was a very good presentation. I have a question for you though. The Fisheries Department in the Ministry of Agriculture, that does the same thing as you. The Met Office also does the same thing, and NEMO also has applications that do the same thing. What is the major selling point of your app in comparison to these three that already exist in the country?
Can you repeat the question to me, please?
The question is, the Fisheries Department in the Ministry of Agriculture, the Met Office, and NEMO all have apps that do similar or the exact same to what your app does. So what is the major selling point of your app in comparison to these three?
The major selling point of our app and how it is different from those that is already out there in St. Vincent is the features, some of the features of the app, like the drought monitoring system and the time lapse. Yeah.
Okay, I have one more question. How do you intend to gather or collect real-time traffic conditions in St. Vincent?
Via satellite.
And what would be the cost to obtain that satellite data on a real-time basis?
Well, we haven't really think about what will be the cost of the satellites, but in the presentation we said that the cost of developing this app will be 30,000 and upward. So the money is split up between different things. So
all right, thank you very much. Passing on to the other judges.
Hey guys, do you guys plan on generating any sort of revenue from this application?
Yes.
How so?
By ads, push ads.
Okay, so you guys don't plan on selling it to, let's say, Nemo or...
Yeah, we planning on selling it to Nemo. We are collaborating with it.
All right, thank you.
Good morning. Lastly, given that outages and so happen during hurricanes or storms, what features of your app are accessible without Wi-Fi and data?
Well, so in the case of outage, the satellite comes in. I don't know if you ever heard about satellite, you're getting internet from the satellite. Well, we plan on, if we do plan on making this app, we plan on putting in that feature so that people, in the case of a hurricane, you know that it does have outages so that they can still be connected to.
So every part of your app requires some sort of data or Wi-Fi?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Basically.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, Vinci Met. At this time, the last team presenting before we break for lunch is from the Georgetown Secondary School, and they go by the name GSS Gladiators.
Good morning, everybody. We are the GSS Gladiators. My name is Samaya Cornell.
And my name is Dexter Williams.
We propose to you create an app for the Royal Savings and Police Force Traffic Department. This app intends to make the job of the traffic officers easier as it gives them information at their fingertips through technology that is readily available. We choose an app for this tool as everyone has a cell phone and there will be no need for additional equipment to be purchased, thus saving costs. The cost that will be inquired will be to build the app and creating the necessary links to the Licensing Authority database and the Traffic Department infraction database.
Problem. When conducting traffic stop license check, there is currently no method, which we know of checking the License Authority database for validity of drivers and automobile license validity in real time. This app also integrates an automobile accident data recorder to make recording the particular of an accident easy to record and save the information in a central database at the department for later use. Chart showing the link between the app pages. Lock screen. The traffic officer will be given a password which he or she will use to log in along with the police badge number.
Option screen. This will give the officers 3 options: driver's license lookup, automobile license lookup, accident registration. Possible addition in the future may include liquor license lookup, traffic offense ticketing registration and recording. These 3 options will take you to the page that is specific to test needed.
driver's license lookup page. This screen will use the person's full name, license number, and in the future, when the technology is available to us, facial recognition, it will look up to verify license validity as well as any infractions that are pending for the individual.
At a mobile license lookup page. Using the license sticker number, vehicle registration number, or chassis number. It should be noted that it is actually an offense to have a VIN number that doesn't correspond with the license plate information at the licensing authority. It looks for valid licensing and also pretending infractions against the vehicle.
Accident registration page. This page will be used to record most or all of the particulars that may be needed in investigation for a motor vehicle accident, vehicle involved, person involved, properties damage. The app aims to give the traffic police officer information at their fingertips in real time, anytime. The use of an app instead of a dictate computer will lower the case of implementation as specialized equipment usually carries high costs.
An example of use. The Rapid Response Unit, also with the Traffic Department, are doing some late night, early morning stop and checks. They stop a car with 3 persons at random to check for license and insurance. The drivers check out okay, but the car, while license and insure, was reported stolen a few hours ago. The drivers and occupants were taken in further investigation in the matter. Thank you.
Thank you very much, GSS Gladiators. At this time, we're going to the 5-minute round of questioning from the judges.
Hey, good morning, ladies. Just a question. This is a very powerful app, right? So, how do you ensure that, do you guys have grant access to all officers, or what if I'm not working at the traffic department and I want to find out information on somebody, let's say a friend or somebody who I'm not cool with? How you ensure that others or other officers outside of the traffic department, I don't know, they're being monitored, or do they have access?
It is only a government app. So if it is only used for the officers, any individual will not be able to get
I know,
access.
but what if I'm not attached to the traffic branch? I'm just a regular, let's say, officer who walks and patrols on foot around Kingstown. Would I be able to access this information, or do I have to, let's say, go to the traffic department and request this? Because not every officer should be given access to this information.
Yeah, you will have to go to the traffic department.
Okay, that's about it.
Okay, so my question to you ladies is this. Currently, all vehicles are required to have a sticker when they are licensed on the windscreen by law. You need to have your license sticker on the vehicle. Also, a driver is supposed to have his license present while driving. So, what exactly? I will give you the credit for the fact that your app does have where we could record an accident, but what are the other features that you would say would push your app to being utilized? What is your app's main selling point, since the officer can just check the windscreen or check the license and see if it's expired or whatever? And your vehicle is required to have the insurance and other information present in it at all times. What is the major selling point of your app to the police department.
You could repeat for me, please?
Okay. Considering that the vehicle is required to have the license sticker on it, the driver is expected to have his driver's license present while driving, and you're supposed to have the insurance and registration in the vehicle at all times. What is the major selling point of your app to the police department? All right. Thank you.
Thanks, ladies. That's it.